Now to our top story this evening. The U.S. Supreme Court's deciding whether dozens of Asheville residents sickened by contaminated water can sue the company they claim is responsible.
News 13's Mike Mason is live in Washington, where justices heard arguments today in the CTS case. Mike?
Yeah, attorneys for both CTS and dozens of Asheville residents argued before the Supreme Court justices today for about an hour. And at one point, CTS's attorney said that the site in Asheville is nothing but a fenced-off hole in the ground and the company has no ties to it. The attorney for potential victims of the CTS contamination said corporations shouldn't be let off the hook so easily. Erin Brockovich supporting victims of contamination, leading a march to the U.S. Supreme Court at 9 a.m. this morning, hoping her celebrity status directs attention to the CTS case.
These people in Asheville, their voices should be heard. I hope they're proud because of this. CTS versus Wahlberg, we're here today in front of the Supreme Court.
The CTS case hinges on the court's interpretation of how long someone can sue a company. State law says they only have 10 years, but federal Superfund law states the clock starts ticking when somebody finds out about their health problems and what caused it, even if that's decades after being diagnosed.
The families affected in Asheville, the military, that the next generation has a better shot at a healthier, cleaner life. That's our obligation.
The fate of thousands of Marines and others at Camp Lejeune now depends upon the CTS ruling. Jerry Ensminger, a Marine who lived on the base, lost his 9-year-old daughter Janie to leukemia and has been fighting for justice ever since.
I'll give this up whenever they pat me in the face with a shovel and blow taps over my dead. That's when I'm quitting.
During the court hearing, justices interrogated attorneys on both sides, questioning why they should change the law and better define the statute of limitations.
I think that they were doing a very thorough and careful job of trying to probe the issues on both sides.
CTS's attorneys had little to say.
I represent CTS in the Supreme Court. We were happy that the justices were receptive to the arguments, and we look forward to their ruling. And really, that's all I've got to say.
Do you feel like any of these victims have a right to sue? Several Asheville residents say they hope the High Court will side with victims who have not only been fighting their illnesses, but are now facing the legal battle of their lives.
I was really pleased that our story finally made it out of the mountains and that we went before the highest court in the land.
And many people were surprised when the federal government argued on behalf of CTS today, supporting the 10-year statute of limitations, hoping that this case will be dismissed, along with the others that are now pending in the Camp Lejeune case. We'll, of course, keep you updated on how this turns out. And we'll have more on this story tonight at 11. For now, we're reporting live at the U.S. Supreme Court in Washington, D.C., Mike Mason, News 13.